just before Becky comes on with entertainment. Here's a story that a colleague filed, and I saw yesterday. I was heartbroken, honestly, and I thought that we're giving the people, the authority, a fair chance to do something about this. So here's the story. So for those of you who haven't seen it, the Oblogo cluster of schools in Accra is without furniture. The pupils at best sit or lie on the bare floor to do classwork and copy notes. The situation is affecting teaching and learning, obviously, especially when the school is still practicing the shift system. According to the South Municipal Education Directorate, under which authority the school falls, the situation may have to persist a while longer, despite the pupils' plea. So Martha Krenzel Accra visited the school and came through with this heartbreaking report.
This is the Oblogo cluster of schools. It is located within the Wager constituency in the South municipality. Most roads within the community are well laid out and required amenities are in place. But there is an unfortunate situation at the Oblogo cluster of schools. The Oblogo 2 and 3 basic schools operate without furniture. The pupils are fortunate to have a new classroom block, but they lack furniture to make teaching and learning comfortable. Even the teachers have no cupboard to keep their stationery and teaching materials. At best, some have opted to store them in this trunk. The trunk also serves as desk for some fortunate pupils. This is primary 3 with 65 pupils, but 5 dual desks, which are also not in good shape.
I don't like it because all of them are sitting on the floor.
So you have a desk?
Yes.
But they don't have a desk. How did you get your desk?
I get it filled.
From where?
From our master.
I have the class prefect of primary 4, Reginald Tete, with me.
Please, sometimes when they fix the chairs, when they sit on it, they can even hurt. They fall down sometimes. And sometimes they sit on the floor.
Okay. So do you have a desk?
Yes, but I sit on the Oblogo MA2 primary teacher's chair.
With limited desk, it has become a matter of who gets to school early to grab the available seats. Tell me about your chair. Where did you get your chair from?
I get it in
there. Every day we buy no aso.
That be semi bentem na ma bet na akonya so.
Inti se wo bantem dia wo benya akonya. Wo ma
bentem unya akonya.
Wo bantem be accident.
Ina mi ba 5 numu but menya akonya.
Wo ba school 5. Na we nya akonya. Inti che so bi bantem sen.
Now we not no open me. No, then that's enough.
Inti akonya ni ono ne dia. Let me see. So who is the one who sacked you? Show me the one who sacked you. That is not your chair. Let's see. What time did you come to school?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock?
Yes.
And when you came, were some of your friends here already?
No, 3 people.
Okay. So do you come to school early because you need to get a place to sit?
Yes, I see if you come to school early, I see the new desk.
But if you come late,
I see the old desk.
The rest have no choice but to roam and run in and out of the classroom until the bell goes for closing or break time.
Yeah, mama knew jogba coming push him, coming real worker, I mean jam can be Kemang money and work, pencil the man, kaka mokoba. I'm about chibo na keke, open to na boy, coming room, come and jam. No word, ke in school, ya, in our say matano, ke, why, work blend, kawatan.
In the absence of desk, the wall is a better alternative to copy notes and do classwork. For some of the pupils, they go round the compound gathering pieces of wood they can sit on, whilst others try to fix some broken chairs to use. One of the teachers explains the impact of the absence of furniture on teaching and learning. The voice is muffled for fear of victimization of the teacher.
We have 65 people in the class. It is very difficult controlling the class since they sit down and for some time they become tired and they have to be roaming about, and I have to go outside chasing them to come inside. When they feel tired, they become so restless and they move about. I feel so worried and tired. I feel so worried because it's not easy. Most of them are very anxious. Whenever you give them work, they are anxious to do it, but they don't get any comfortable place to go about it. In fact, first term, we were given this set of dexes, but they were not so good. First term, the whole first term, we enjoyed the chairs, the dexes. But the latter part of first term, we saw that most of the dexes were broken because they weren't well made. So second term, we started having this difficulty. But it's like the enrollment keeps on increasing, rather. It keeps on increasing. So second term, we were about 50-something. But now we have 65.
Though I visited the school on a Wednesday morning, the pupils looked as though the week has ended. Some parents who spoke to the news team expressed worry their children dress up properly for school, only to go and sit on the floor to study.
School has said no, ye pekunja dex in here pa, ye need dex for school has said. Obesi on Obama be school no about enough form, no try dear. Obebe finan in hung I fin. Into yesra buying so on my kunja, Oblogo school high in here dex by dex penny idea in here was say. Yesra by so my dex nan colan international.
Pacho piti ni mo akasa say bia muntu esike bi na yemfanto desk na.
Eyo mo gi nkola no dex fee 5 cedi every month. Omo gi 5 cedi e won nkola no ho say on be ye kunwa mom.
Said somebody should pay PT levy 10 cedi. If you pay, it's going to buy a new desk. It's going to put in the classroom.
So are they paying more?
Me I not pay.
Why?
No.
The kindergarten classes are also crowded, and these pupils cram themselves together in these poorly ventilated classrooms.
Yeah, we don't have desks. Anytime that we come to school, maybe you fix the desk before you sit on it. Early morning, if you didn't come if you do not come to school early, then we move to the other class and go and pick the broken ones before we sit on it. We sit on the floor before writing the exams.
Today, what time do you come to school that you didn't get a place?
I came to school around 7 o'clock.
I was told some of you have to come very early so they will be able to get a place to sit.
No, if you come crumple, you will not get a desk to sit on it. All the class from class 1, class 2 to class 6, you don't have desks to sit on it.
The situation is leaving one questioning why the Municipal Assembly will build a school structure without furnishing. The South Municipal Education PRO attempts an explanation.
The situation is very worrying, as you have seen in the school. And the Education Directorate has been in touch with the Municipal Directorate for the past few months. And we've sent our complaints with regards to the situation of the school, which has to do with the furniture. And as you have seen, the building is okay. Everything about the school is in order, with the exception of the furniture, which we have complained to the Assembly since last year, and we have not got answers to that. And it is important that I also say that the Assembly supplied about 50 furniture to that particular school. I mean, Oblogo, MA 2 and 3. Now, what we have done as exceptional is that we have written to the MP, Honorable Tinana Elemensa, who is also the Deputy Minister for Health, to come to our aid. And she has agreed to supply about 200 of the dual dexes to the school. The situation is affecting teaching and learning, as you have seen over there, because once the children cannot sit and write, it means that they will not have that sound mind to learn. But just as I have said, what we do is that the Education Directive, we don't go into procurement. What we have to do is that once a school is a bona fide property of the Assembly, is located within the Assembly, ours is to make it known to the Municipal Education Director, and that is what we intend to do, because we have a new Chief Executive, and so we intend to make the situation better to him so that he comes to our aid. So it's not as if we want to leave the situation to persist until the MP finally.
The joy of these pupils lie more in the bell ringing for a break or closing. At least they get to play freely and partake in the school feeding service. For Joy News, Martha Kwensolakwa reporting.
And I wonder what this makes you feel after watching it, knowing that there are pupils, even in Gao, Accra, Greater Accra. It's just here. It's not too far from where we are. Who go to school from class 2 to 6. They sit on the bare floor. Ow. The Gas South MCE. We know that you just came into office, Mr. Joseph Nyani Stephen. We're calling on you. How much would it take for these pupils to get desk? Huh? Roland?
Perhaps we can do an appeal for finance and see whether we can get something.
No, Charlie,
it's somebody's
the
responsibility.
Assembly should have an allocation for this.
Yeah.
If they haven't misused it already, but there's a second opportunity. This one, dear, we shouldn't do any appeal for fun.
These pupils, just dexes and all that.
Yeah.
It's nothing beyond the assembly.
Look at that intelligent little girl who spoke about the situation.
So intelligent. But some of these lack of facilities could also psychologically have an effect on the way they learn.
How do I go to school when I know that I'm going to sit on the floor? Then I'd rather stay home.
That will also continue to increase the gap between those who are likely to do well or do well at the end of their terminal examinations, but more so even the external examinations that are written, are able to further their education to a higher level. Because we should know, we have a current generation of young pupils who ultimately have a very good understanding of the world of education.
Roland, fortunately we have the Gasouth MC who's willing to speak to us via phone on this issue. Mr. Joseph Nyani Stephen, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Hello, boss. Thank you for agreeing to speak to us. Mr. Stephen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we've just retold a story, something that's happening at the Oblogo cluster of schools, where from class 2 to class 6, the pupils practically sit on the bare floor. We've shown it on TV and everybody has seen it. I know you just came into office, but is this a situation that you are aware of?
Yeah, when the news broke, I was informed about this situation. So quickly, we are taking a step to solve the problem. As I'm speaking to you right now, I know about 200 desks have been sent to the school. They need about 400, and the plans are far advanced to send the rest to the school. So this problem will be solved in no time.
So you sent 200 desks to the school?
Already we have 200 desks.
Do we know when the desk got to the school?
It got to the school last week through the MP, the MP for the area, Tina Ayokobo, Tina Mensah.
So do we know when the rests would get to them?
By the close of the week or early next week, for sure, the rest will be.
So this is a promise. If we go to the school on Friday or Monday, God willing, we would find that each of them would be seated on a school desk.
Yeah, that's a promise. That's a promise given to you.
But do you know why the situation is even like this today?
I don't know. I came to make this situation, so I'm doing everything possible to solve the problem. So I'm doing everything possible to solve the problem. Yeah.
Please, we'll call on you again Monday, God willing. Whether the desks have been provided or not, we'll still call you here on our show.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much too. That was a quick response and a quick update from the Gasouth MC, Mr. Joseph Nyani Stephen.
That was a nice one. But again, you know, a typical political figure, and he's borrowing the word.
Oh,
plans are far advanced.
Master, we'll go there. La.
Like
as for the 200, he said they provided 200.
And plans are far advanced for the next 200.
Friday will come, Monday. And we're giving ourselves Monday because it's fair. He says by close of
Let's
this
give
week.
him Tuesday.
Monday,
so we'll go there on Monday.
We will roll from the school on Monday.
Not Tuesday.
No, not on Tuesday. Monday morning. By close of week, the best is Friday. So they should arrange, Saturday,
Onche
Sunday,
honkra.
and then, this is what we'll be doing today. We're not appealing for funds. Yeah,
No, again.
there should be
Those who are supposed to be responsible.
there should be an allocation, and they must provide it. If you find, and there's another school in Mampong that Erastus Asaridonko told us about, and I promised that we were going to play it every time to remind ourselves. That building, he had actually gone there before and predicted the building was near collapse. Indeed, after a heavy downpour, the building came down. Yes.
Yeah,
So
sure.
we will find out from Erastus Asaridonko what has happened to that building again, God willing, and then we will send our cameras to the Oblogo cluster of schools. It's our responsibility to speak for these children.
It is. We have to speak for what we call the voiceless in
Yeah.
our society, because they don't have
Definitely.
access to the official.
Yeah.
They can speak to them. We're in our studio, so we can comfortably call somebody and say, why haven't you done this?
Yeah.
So
I went to Dansuman for GSS. If my school was like this, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today.
no.
It was a
So-
decent
But
government
I
school.
told you something, that in Ghana, just like the rest of Africa, the public schools are a reflection of the towns or the communities in which they are located.
But it shouldn't be. A school is a school.
I'm not saying it should.
Shouldn't be.
So you go to Sakuma now, you get to
Shouldn't
find that
be.
the public school there is nice, but you come to Ashaiman, the public school there, just behind the window, they're smoking weed, or perhaps there's a heap of waste burning, So I think that the onerous responsibility on the communities and their leaders to exert responsibility from those who are in political leadership is important.
Yeah.
Often we keep quiet on too many things that we need to rise up and speak about.
I
Not be
agree.
violent,
I agree.
but go ask whoever is supposed to respond, why haven't you provided the community with this?
Yeah. And I think that people can also arm themselves with this. If you go and
Please,
ask
talk
them
what?
and they don't tell you,
Talk what?
just
You said they're supposed to
threaten. Yes.
arm.
What I mean by arming themselves is information. That's what I'm about
But
to
when you say
release.
arm, these
No,
days they are
I'm
linking
saying that
to-
arm yourself with this information. When you go and query them and they don't give you, anything reasonable, tell them that you're going to phone a radio station or a TV station to tell them about it. So, yeah, because it looks like
because
it's only the media.
It kind of frightens them.
Yeah.
Gives them the indication that those who appointed them
Yeah.
is seeing that they are not working.
Yeah. And take shots of whatever situation.
And-
do
and
a little
let's work on
recording.
it. Let's
and
work on
spread it. You can even put it on Facebook. I mean, tell your own stories. Let's all tell our own stories.
And talking about
let's
that,
get
our
these
WhatsApp
people
number
to
will be
fix
on the
it.
screen very soon. And then
Yeah.
you get to find out that if you live in a community in which the school is bad, let us know. We'll want to follow up with it for you. We will follow through.
And then we'll
to-
name and shame
to
MP,
the
MCE or DCE.
or the Education Directorate boss there, and we'll ask questions.
Yeah,
We'll ask
definitely.
questions.
But there's a situation that Apostle Emmanuel is telling us about. He says, I'm reporting a mess on the Ekuapem Edukrom Bepoasi Road. I'm traveling from Ho to Kumasi from a mission trip, and my bus is stuck here due to the terrible road. And he sent this at about 8:27, not too long ago. And he's sending pictures and a video as well. Apostle Emmanuel sending us that message. Here's one that says, Kinkisi says, you're watching live in the UK. Okay, thank you. Content and delivery is good, we here. Looking forward to a show that will showcase life in the diaspora and how
No problem.
we can contribute effectively to our nation.
Charlie, no
building.
problem. Once we have the airline tickets, spending money, where we'll go and live. We don't have problem. We'll come to London.
We'll wire Roland to you to come and
We'll
report.
go to Croydon, Birmingham, Manchester. We'll be there. Tickets, when we're coming, one bag of shopping.
You do an intro from the Thames.
Well, all right.